War Update InfoPod. How can we make sense of the many reasons given for attacking Iran? Good afternoon. You're listening to the War Update InfoPod, a clear look at latest developments. One of the most confusing aspects of the current conflict is the number of different explanations being offered for the US and Israeli strikes on Iran. Officials, analysts, and critics are all pointing to different motives. To make sense of it, it helps to think of the reasons not as a single cause, but as several layers that overlap. The most frequently stated justification is Iran's nuclear program. Both Israel and the United States say Iran was moving closer to developing a nuclear weapon, and that allowing that to happen would fundamentally change the balance of power in the region. Closely linked to that is Iran's missile and drone capability. US officials have argued that Iran's growing stockpile of ballistic missiles and drones could soon overwhelm regional defenses and threaten American forces and allies. Another explanation focuses on Iran's regional alliances. Iran supports groups such as Hezbollah, along with other armed movements across the Middle East. Israeli leaders have described their strategy as cutting off the tentacles of what they call the Iranian network of proxy forces. There is also a political argument. Some officials have suggested the strikes could weaken Iran's ruling system and encourage internal change, framing the conflict partly as a challenge to the Iranian government itself. And finally, there is the immediate security explanation, the idea of a pre-emptive strike. Some US leaders say intelligence suggested Iran could soon launch attacks against Israel or American interests, so acting early was presented as a way to prevent a larger war. When all of these arguments appear at once, it can feel confusing. But in practice, wars are rarely justified by a single reason. Governments often combine strategic threats, regional security concerns, and political objectives into one narrative. So rather than asking which explanation is the correct one, analysts often ask a different question. Which of these reasons is the primary goal, and which are supporting arguments? That answer is still being debated, and may become clearer as the conflict develops. That's the situation for now. You're up to date, and we'll watch what changes next.